So yeah, regionals happened. I think the regionals went awesome. We went in there, and the way the workouts were structured this year, it was a little bit different in my opinion, because in the first workout of each day, if you essentially have 3 teams, right? The second team could never move on until the first team was all the way done. So in other years, you had opportunities to like hide your weaker link or position them differently in a workout to kind of like favor your strengths. But this year it really came back to everyone was just exposed. You know, you're really truly only as strong as the weakest link, because each tandem of people, they had to completely finish for the next group to go. So it's super interesting this year with the regionals, and honestly I didn't know how it was going to play out when we got in there. I think our team's really well, and I think that we had them as ready as we can get them. Coming off the opens, we had a few injuries, but with that being said, they really stepped up, and their teamwork with the warm workout really stepped up, right? And that was great. I think that this is probably the most dominating, I don't want to say dominating is going to win, but the strongest performance we had at regionals from a finishing standpoint. Even when we took second in the world, we didn't finish as well. I mean, I think the first day we were 7th. Today, I mean, this year we were second, first, second, third, 5th, or whatever. So really good. I think they did really well. Exceptionally happy with how they performed. You know, I think it's just staying steady, consistent. If you look at our team in the clean and jerk workout, we finished second, and I think we had one of the fastest times for that workout in the world. Not the fast one, but we weren't in the lead at the end of 3 rounds. We were in the lead in the end of 4th rounds. We didn't get in the second until the last set of 10 reps, right? So I think it's just being consistent and being steadfast in your game plans and knowing what people can do. And I think the hardest thing that people try to do is what works well for other teams as opposed to what works well for their team. We didn't do touch and go reps, we did singles, because we didn't train touch and go reps. Other teams did touch and go reps. I saw throughout the regionals, I shouldn't have done them because they had girls that couldn't sustain them and ended up falling apart in the last like 20 reps, you know? So I think understanding your team and putting together game plans that fit your team best, not what works well for other teams. With the demands of the team sport and how much they train together and how much together, any change, in my opinion, affects the team, affects the unity, right? So it's like, okay, am I gonna, if you have somebody that's a little bit more skilled, is it worth putting them on, but you could lose the team unity and cohesiveness that has already grown and developed? And I don't think so. Because when you get out there for the games, everything comes down to how well they communicate. Because I'm not out there, they can't turn, they can't call a timeout, there's no kind of like setting up a play. It's like when you're in the thick of things out there and there's nowhere to hide, all you have is your core group. So the more cohesive your core group is out there, the better you guys are gonna be. Lots of team stuff, lots of weird. I try and do lots of pressure cooker workouts. Workouts that are just like, not foolish in the sense of like exceptionally high reps and volume per people where they can get hurt before the games, but workouts where they're gonna question stuff. You know, like doing 45, 60-minute AMRAPs and workouts with high skill stuff where they gotta talk and communicate, and it's gonna get really tough. And what I'm looking to do for those workouts is to train the mental side. So it's the easiest thing in the world in a workout is to have the negativity creep up. Oh, this sucks, my legs are burning, my forearms are on fire, all the stuff that can creep in your head. So a big goal that I try to do now with these workouts is to get them to train how to push that away. The second they feel it, focus on what you can focus on. Because the only thing that you have control over is how you respond to situations. Right? You can't control what Dave Castro's gonna put out. You can't control the heat. You can't control if it's windy, if it's raining. You can't control how many reps you have to do. The only thing you can control is how you respond. So a key thing now is training to get them to understand that you can control how you respond. You can control your mental side. You can control how you guys are as a team out there. You know, it's a guessing game. And anybody who says that they have the formula is full of it, because you don't know what Dave's gonna put out. So I think we still wanna touch a barbell, even though we haven't touched a barbell yet, we're still gonna touch a barbell. Why? Because what if they put a barbell out? We haven't touched one in 10 weeks, right? And it's like, well, then we're gonna suck there. You still have to touch lots of different dumbbell movements, lots of odd object stuff. You gotta do lots of long workouts. You know, last year they had the teams carrying a stretcher with someone on a stretcher. So we are in the triathlon capital of the world, so we gotta do triathlons, right? So I think it comes down to looking at the breadth of the possibilities and being ready and familiar with as much of that as you can.